tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Williamson out there with Bay. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then it's Fears. And it's Queen in at the 5. Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. And he drops it in from the low post.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Williamson. Pass to Queen. Here's Fears. Nailed from three-point land.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Outside Butler. Golden State moving it around. Moody's shot is off. Now here's Bay. Not a lot of room. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And maneuvering into position, Bay moving the needle.
Outside Butler. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by Queen.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Williamson outside. Shot clock at 6. Williamson double team. Pass to Fears. That shot is off. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Curry.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And checking out the stats for Green. His last 10 games, he's averaging 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
Yeah, truthfully, I think his numbers are fine, but in talking to him, he thinks they should be even better.
Williamson with the block.
And this coaching staff loves seeing that. Williamson with a great job anticipating and coming up with the block.
Here's Queen. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Curry can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And one of those high-variance teams, at times the Pelicans seem like a factor, but other times they falter. How do you evaluate them?
Yeah, they certainly have some top-tier talent at the top of the roster, but they've had a very difficult time staying healthy, and ultimately that always interrupts your momentum.
It sure does.
And that is one of Steph Curry's hallmarks. So creative around the rim.
Butler against Williamson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now, here's Moody. Still scoreless. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. And it's a tie ball game. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Queen. To the paint. Now here's Bay. Defended by Moody. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A nice shot by Fears.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. The kick outside to Butler. Over Williamson. That's short off the rim. And it's Bay with the ball for the Pelicans. It's a three-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, always disappointing when you allow a team to come back. But as we all know, no lead is safe in the NBA.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
That free throw good from Williamson. Tim, one thing for sure, when Zion Williamson is right, he can carry all by himself in offense.
Well, there is no question he is an athletic freak. There is no answer for him when he is playing aggressively.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Golden State. And both free throws good for Williamson. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Pass to Fears. Here's Queen. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Williamson. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
You would think someone as big as Zion would have trouble maneuvering around people in the lane, but his handle and change of direction is off the charts.
It's Curry outside, drops in the tray. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Change here. Podziemski's checked in. And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. 5th, Jeremiah Fears.
That's just an impressive scoring run. And guys, I don't think he's done. He's got a lot more where that came from.
Pass to Queen. Now Bay lets it go from deep. The three-pointer is right on target. Bay's got his second basket of the night.
Showing the range. How about Bay taking and making his fair share of those triples?
Kuminga with a wide-open look. And the Warriors, another three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here's Williamson. 17 points for him last game against Memphis.
If Zion gets that close to the rim, you are at his mercy.
Here's Curry. 4-point game. Here's Kuminga. And the Warriors, another three.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 8. For the 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Here's Curry. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And we need to mention the impact he had on the defensive side as well. He blocked a couple shots and altered others.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Zion Williamson is one of the most gifted athletes this game has ever seen, but now he's taken his commitment to conditioning to another level. He said, I definitely see the difference. I'm feeling like I don't exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. My movements are swifter, guys.
A scary thought. Okay, Allie, thanks. Count the basket. And that's now 10 points for Jeremiah Fears.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Back to Curry. Launches it from deep. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Pelicans leading by 3. Now here's Williamson. 8 points for him. Pass to Bay. Latre. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Curry dishes to Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
And there's Jimmy Butler later on in his career, but still showing you the athleticism.
Fears with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Pass to Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Williamson.
Well, you know, Zion Williamson is just so rare. The way that he attacks, that combination of power and athleticism, there really is no comparison to him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Quentin Post is checked in for Green. Horford comes in for Butler. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. And both free throws good for Williamson.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
Now here's Kuminga. He's got 9. 3-pointer, Hield. Tries again. Kuminga, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Mr. Williamson. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Quentin Post. Warriors trail by 3. 1:30 left to play in the first. To the middle. Here's Horford. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And Horford's got a lot of ways to beat you down low. No matter how tight the D is on him, he'll have an answer.
Pass to Hawkins. Here's Messi. Here's Alvarado. Drills it from outside. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Now here's Hield. Still yet to score. Horford in the post. Looney on him. And the shot is good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Hawkins with it. Covered by Hield. Looney with it. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Alvarado finds Messi. No good on the triple. Outside, Kuminga. Back to Hield for three, and he's good on the three ball.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Jimmy Butler. Hield is out there with Pajemski. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Horford in at the 5, down low. The first one falls. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Here is Hawkins, still without a basket. There's the screen. No good from outside. Warriors leading by 3. Kuminga finds Butler. And here is Hield. Pass to Butler. Here's Pajemski. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Pajemski's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Alvarado bounce pass. The shot by Hawkins, no good. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Well, after getting hammered on the boards in that one, you'd expect them to make some adjustments. Let's see what they've got.
Here is Hawkins, following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga. Pass to Alexander. Will it go? Hawkins can't get that one to fall. Warriors leading by 8. Now Pajemski. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Here's Kuminga. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Alvarado. And here's Hawkins. Here's Messi. It's Hawkins on the wing. Back to Messi. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Alexander kicks to Hawkins. No good with the triple.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Pass to Pajemski. Left side, Butler. Down low. Here's Horford. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Alexander. He's defended by Pajemski. Now Alvarado. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Pajemski. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And Kuminga throws it down.
Yeah, just throw it up there and let Kuminga do the rest. What an athlete.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Green, he's checked in for Horford. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Buddy Hield. New Orleans also making some changes. Williamson is checked in for Kevon Looney. Bay comes in for Hawkins. And Fears is subbed in for Alexander. Here's Bay. He has 5. Pass to Fears. Now Messi. Williamson right side, trying to get something going. Messi's shot is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Warriors leading by 8. Here's Pajemski. Back to Curry. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now here's Williamson. 10 points for him. It's good. Williamson's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you love seeing this from Zion. The talent we know is undeniable, and tonight, so is the production.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Butler. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's the toughness we've come to expect from Butler. He is never one to back down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Queen's checked in. That free throw good from Butler. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Kate Cunningham in Detroit who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Now, here's Kuminga. He's got 13. Outside Curry. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Butler against Williamson. Bounce pass from Bay. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fears. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
3-pointer, Butler. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Here's Queen. Defended by Butler. Pass to Fears. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fears has got 13.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Kuminga the pass to Green. Now here's Curry. Here's Butler. Good D by Williamson. Swiped away. Outside Kuminga. Butler kicks to Kuminga. Here's Green. It's hauled in by Queen. Queen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Alvarado passes to Queen. And it's Alvarado in the corner. No good on the 3. Warriors leading by 6. Curry passes to Kuminga. Back to Curry. Curry, tough finish inside.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
He better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Substitutions. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. Second, Stephen Curry.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league, and that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
Well, the numbers these guys are putting up are off the charts, and I think point guards historically have always played a major role in what you do from the free throw line. He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
To the inside, Queen. Warriors with the rebound. Curry's got his 4th rebound in this one. Moody with it. Nothing on the board. Left side, Kuminga. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Fears. And slam dunk by Fears.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Horford's checked in.
Well, Zion is listed at 6'6", but he plays much bigger than that, and you love the confidence he's showing right now.
Pass to Curry. Launches a 3. Pelicans pull it in.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now Williamson. Now Fears. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Golden State's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. So, Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here, both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure the test he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
Here's Curry with the three, hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Williamson against Green. Williamson kicks to Bay. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Richard. The layup missed.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Green against Williamson. Out left to the wing. The wide open look here for Fears. Off target from outside. The Warriors leading. Pass to Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Here's Fears. Guarded by Curry. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Curry. And Fears pulls it down. Well, for New Orleans, shooting at 51%. Really solid. And here is Williamson. Drops in the layup for two. Williamson's got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks, guys. I'm alongside Coach James Borrego. And, Coach, a nice effort so far. What's the key here in the second half, though?
Stay with our defense. That's the key. When we have our opportunities, push the pace. But we got to get stops, push it at them, and keeping a rhythm offensively at our point.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. We all like close games, and tonight's matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans does not disappoint. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And let's take a glance now at the Golden State Warriors. They're in a close one so far.
They better be grateful for their bench. The reserves are showing up in a big way.
The others you always talk about, big fella. Taking some pressure off the starters here. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Now Curry. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. They've got Fears. Sadiq Bey is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Queen in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Queen. And here is Williamson. Here's Fears. Bey with a screen on Curry. Here's Fears. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Curry has it in the corner. And the Warriors, another 3.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Out to the wing. Down low. Here's Fears. That one doesn't go. Great tee that time from Curry. Now, here's Moody. He's defended by Bey. Now, here's Curry. He's got 18. It's hauled in by Queen. Queen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Williamson. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
And another 3 for Golden State.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. Wow, what a play! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! It defies physics. How can a guy that big stay in the air that long?
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Green with a screen on Williamson. And it's Butler missing.
That was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
Pass to Queen. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Now here's Curry. Here's Butler, covered by Williamson. Butler against Williamson. Butler, no good.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Jay.
Oh! Unreal.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Butler against Williamson. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Bey with a screen on Butler. Steps back. Here's Williamson. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lets the 3 fly. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And he can't get the first one. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. 6 to shoot. Nice move. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Pass to Queen. Williamson looking it over. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Here's Curry. He's got 20. Oh, what a stroke from Curry.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Come in for Golden State. And let's take this chance to break out the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the list of the league's leading teams in steals. In third, the Warriors. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
And forcing turnovers is a point of pride for both these teams. That's why their steal numbers have been so high.
Warriors on D. They've led by as much as 10. They set the pick. Here's Williamson. And again, no good by New Orleans. Warriors leading by 5. Outside for Curry. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Low block shot. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Lock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Kuminga, no good. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Williamson. Here's Queen. Started by Green. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Another miss by Williamson. The Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 3 assists tonight. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Spears. Guarded by Curry. That's to Williamson. And they get it, and it's good on the way in. Williamson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, what a great game plan from them tonight. That they keep getting it to Zion, and Williamson keeps delivering.
It's Curry outside. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Spears, guarded by Curry. Williamson outside. Pass to Queen. The three. Rebound by Butler. Warriors leading by 12. And here is Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Changes. Horford comes in for Butler. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Moses Moody. Yves Missi, he's checked in for New Orleans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Zion Williamson. Pass to Fear. Here's Missi. Bay with it. He has 5. New Orleans moving it around. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And here we can check out the score for Zion Williamson.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Curry passes to Horford. Bay against Green. Pass to Curry. Takes the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 37.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Back to Missi. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bay, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Bay's got 8.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And the wide-open shot from Green, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Fear, and slam dunk by Fear.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
And Kuminga that time put the defender right on his heels, showing you great scoring instincts.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good.
And when you watch Jonathan Kuminga play, the thing that jumps out at you is his athleticism, how quickly he can get to the hoop and get off the floor. He is a really promising talent.
Quentin Post is checked in for the Warriors. Buddy Hield comes in for Curry. The Pelicans also changing it up. Kevon Looney is checked in for Bay, and Hawkins subbed in for Fears. Pelicans trail by 14. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Messi. And here's Hawkins. Scoreless thus far. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Podziemski finds Hield. And here is Horford. From past the arc. And Hield gets it to go on the assist by Horford. Hield's got 8 points.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
It's Hawkins on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And there's the drive. Here's Podziemski. Right side Horford. Here's Post. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
I totally agree. That is not what they were looking for offensively. Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Now Podziemski. Hield outside. The three-pointer no good. Pelicans trail by 12. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Alvarado. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 13. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kuminga. Jimmy Butler is out there with Horford. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Hield in at the 2.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pass to Horford. Now here's Butler. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Looney's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Alvarado. Here's Hawkins. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Back to Butler. Horford sets a screen for Butler. It's deflected. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Julius Randle and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Take a break.
And for that matchup against the Nets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Free throw good, Alvarado. Both free throws good from Alvarado. The Warriors leading. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Podziemski. A shot by Butler. Nobody around. And the three ball is good.
Butler is a selective three-point shooter, but he is certainly capable of knocking him down.
Williamson outside. There's the pick.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for New Orleans, Zion Williamson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Warriors leading by 4. Kuminga the pass to Butler. Messi grabs the rebound. New Orleans has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Hawkins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Now Alvarado. They get it back. Count it. Good. Looney's got his first basket of the night.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
And look at that energy. It shows his conditioning.
Pulls up on the wing and dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, he's a great mid-range scorer, and that's why Butler's teammates and coaches encourage him to look for that shot.
Three-pointer connects from three-point range. Alvarado's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Pelicans. Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. For Heel, and the Pelicans also making a change. Queens checked in. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. Well, Coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thank you once again, Allie. So it's the Warriors now. Now here's Curry. To Kuminga. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Williamson with the bounce pass. To the middle. There's a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Nice defense from Kuminga. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Podziemski, and he jams it with authority.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
And it's Williamson missing. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Kuminga, good on the three-point shot. Kuminga's got 20 points.
And for a wing, Kuminga is not a high-volume three-point shooter, but when he likes a certain spot, he'll let it fly.
Back to Alvarado. Pass to Queen. To halt the run. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Bays checked in for Yves Missi. Trey Murphy comes in for Hawkins. And Fears is subbed in for Jose Alvarado. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They're leading by 8. Three-pointer, Butler. Butler loves the three-point look.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness. Whoa!
What a play!
And when Zion turns that corner and gets it going downhill, he's just a freight train coming at you.
Podziemski with it. Outside Curry. From down in the low post, it goes. Curry's got 39.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Now Fears. Back to Bay. It's stolen by Green. Podziemski with it. Fears covering. Here's Butler over Williamson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Well, Jimmy's showing you what a great scorer he is. He had the defense completely fooled by that pump fake.
First free throw is good.
You know, there's always a lot of talk around Jimmy Butler, but the fact is this. When the game is on the line, Butler can raise his effort level. It's almost unmatched in this league.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Golden State. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Out to the right wing. Outside Curry. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got 41.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Pass to Bay. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Green with a screen for Curry. Over Fears. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, if he gets this hot, it's very difficult to contain him. There are just so many ways Curry can beat you offensively.
And finished off by Williamson.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Some nice passing by Golden State. Great open look there.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Asta Bay makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Curry passes to Butler. Over Williamson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Pass to Queen. Inside. Bay. And the Warriors with possession here. 17 points was their biggest margin. Launches it. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Change here. Richards is checked in. Pelicans trail by 11. Williamson outside.
With his frame and all of that force, it's not a surprise to see Zion getting that whistle.
Shooting from Lawrence, Zion Williamson. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Williamson. And both free throws good for Williamson. And here is Curry. Let's lose a 3, and it's off.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Queen, defended by Butler. Bay, just 5 on the clock.
And Bay really understands how to draw fouls. Fantastic at getting defenders to overcommit.
Shooting for the Pelicans, Sadiq Bay, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
missing.
You gotta like how ready Bay always seems to be, prepared to seize the moment whenever his number's called.
And he's good on the second. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Curry cooks him up inside.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Williamson is screen on Curry. Williamson in the post. Defended by Butler. That's off. Warriors leading by 10. Curry. Strong move off the glass.
And it just doesn't matter where Curry is on the court with that kind of touch.
Fears with it. Curry meets him. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Here's Curry. Now Butler, 6 to shoot. There's the shot. Great D. That forced that miss.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
Butler with the rebound. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Now Green. Here's Curry. Takes the three. Good. Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
That one drops.
Defensive foul. Stephen Curry. Second personal foul. Fifth team foul. Shooting for New Orleans. Fears. At the line for one.
One shot.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
11 feet away. And yeah, it's good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this one should seal this win. What a timely burst.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.